3 siglos.
Qué bien. Quiero una foto juntos.
Bueno, cuando quieras.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. First of all, let me say sorry for the late start. We were just getting everything right, and we hope it will be right. We are looking forward for an interesting evening. Of course, we are honored to have this to be collaboration, inshallah, with SSH and their guest, Mr. Enric Ruiz-Geli. I will just start by a quick introduction to what you're going to be seeing tonight. Last week, I was invited to a workshop at American University of Sharjah to talk about bridging the gap between architecture practice and education. It was run by the RIBA Gulf chapter, and the title was Bridging the Gap Between Professional Architecture and Education. Basically, yes, you can run. Yes. It was attended by a number of professionals from young practitioner architects, and of course professors from the American University in Sharjah, and they were discussing the natural gap that we are talking about, that there is a gap between architecture practice and education. What you learn at school is different than when you get into the market and so on. Yeah, you can carry on. There was a number of about 5 practitioners and 3 professors from, as I said, American University in Sharjah and our university. You can carry on. And there was an important quote that was mentioned in the presentation by one of the professors there, when he said that, quoting, of course, Louis Kahn, that the profession is actually in the marketplace, and architecture education is in the university, or architecture is in the university. Whether you agree with this or disagree, what we are trying to do is making this gap, if it is there, as healthy as possible, by trying to cooperate with the private sector in Kuwait, by inviting speakers from them, by inviting them to be our jurors, and also by holding these kind of interaction events. So under the umbrella of the College of Architecture and of course Kuwait University, we are so happy to invite the architect Enric Ruiz-Geli, who is the winner of the first award at the World Architecture Festival. I will leave, of course, Walid Chalan from SSH to better introduce Enric. So thank you so much.
Good evening, thank you for coming. This year we celebrate 50 years of the independence of Kuwait. We also celebrate 50 years of SSH, founded in 1961. And many of the great things that we look back and learn are not just the buildings that made a difference in Kuwait, but some of the values. One of the most important values is collaboration. This is something that without it we wouldn't be where we are today. The firm, today I would like to welcome one of our founders, Mr. Salim, and Mr. Sabah was supposed to be here today, but he had other engagements. When we look today, we look at challenges in the future that we cannot solve as a firm or as a nation. It requires collaboration beyond our profession. And today, we look back in history and we see the fruits of such collaborations in the golden ages of Andalusia, when we were able to embrace our differences, and it was then that we created civilization. Today, we would like to start our next 50 years with a collaboration, because the challenges that we have in the future don't differentiate between north or south, east or west. These are challenges that threaten the globe and threaten future generations, of which history will be judging us for. So we look forward to the future with such collaboration, and we start today by announcing our collaboration with Cloud9 and SSH, we are committed not to be leaders, but to be catalysts, to make a change, to inspire, and to invite you to join us on this journey. It is a great pleasure for me today to introduce Enric. Today he is going to be talking about 3 prototypes. What was striking for me and looking at his work is not the building as an object, but really the values that the building create. Architecture has evolved from being just shelter to making a statement into actually teaching and transferring knowledge. Today, we will share 3 examples where we will see how these buildings can go beyond their skin and travel and go to different parts of the world spreading this knowledge. I had the opportunity to present to elementary school students a project, the winner of the World Architecture Festival, of which Kuwait University graciously donated a model. And it was great to look at the young, enthusiastic students as I'm explaining the building and explaining green concepts and to see their enthusiasm. And I sent these photos back to Barcelona. And tomorrow we're going to go visit the school and they're going to get to meet Enric. So I don't want to take any more time because we've got an exciting presentation ahead. Please help me to welcome Enric Ruiz-Geli.
Well, it's a great honor to be here, seriously, and the university hosting us is important. The revolution and the knowledge and the factory of knowledge and the factory of utopia is the university. So it's a big job, okay? I like to be here. It's very important. It's not a hall, a theater in the city. It's in the university. It's very important. 2 is I'm very happy that my partners here in Kuwait are hosting Walid and Muhammad. Where is he? Here, sit down. My partner, sit down. Teamwork, teamwork. I know the lights, I know the lights. And, but you know, at the end, we are in Europe, right? We are in Europe, we are on what's understood as the first wall, and we are saying what needs to be done, and we are supposed to show you the future. And I don't like this idea very much. I like to build the future together. That idea I like. So therefore, I got these images from the primary school, and all my office start to be very positive about this idea. So seriously speaking, that's why I'm here, because these kids are our clients. These kids are our clients, okay? This is our clients, these kids. Okay, let's start. It's gonna take long, you know. I do lectures as long as my flights. You understand, no? Social, responsibility, sustainable, more miles, more minutes. The title. Please. It's okay? All right. You know, Barcelona is very known because of the Olympic Games, yeah? We created this generation of architects and a fantastic city of architects. Barcelona was that. What you don't know is that the same architects that were doing in the morning the city, in the afternoon they were teaching in the school and they were cooking us. In the morning they were doing the Olympic architecture buildings, in the afternoon they were doing Olympic architects, therefore us, okay? So I was with Iago Conde, Boigas, Bonet, all this great generation of Olympic architects. I was with this architect, Iago Conde, and I was for 5 years throwing papers in the air. Throwing papers in the air, okay? Be careful, because when I do this, I kill some student. And in London, in the IA, I kill a student, sorry. Everybody with insurance? I'm going to do it. You know, my partner. help me. We need always a witness. Okay, camera is ready. Do you have the camera ready? You guys, where are my partners? Be careful, no, it's dangerous, serious. This is to take notes. Yeah? Very, very efficient. The reality is that I'm here, I came all the way, oh my God, good job, good job. So I came all the way here to say that this moment of collective thinking can become a building. This moment was not humor, was culture. Okay? We spread a certain moment of culture. And if you do very sharp and deep culture, you can do buildings. All right? That's what I learned. The second thing I want to say to you today is that there is no Gulf countries and Europe. There is no Brazil and China. There is no off and on. There is no establishment and non-establishment. It's only a liquid. There is only a liquid where we are all together. So these points here are Kuwait, and this is, I don't have, it's not, no? Yes? Yes? You hear me well? Okay. So this is Barcelona, this is Harvard, this is New York, this is the AA, this is your office, this is your apartment. Today, the hierarchy is flat, and we are all together in this thing, all right? What happened with the crisis? The crisis brought the responsibility to us. We thought this was something else. No, it brought the responsibility to us, okay? In the old days, in the 90s, I had to be very successful in Barcelona to be successful in Madrid, okay? You follow me? After Madrid, there was Paris, important. Once I got to Paris, I had to be successful in London. And at the same time, maybe when I was 65, I would be successful in New York. Okay, that was the hierarchy established. Today, I am very successful in Barcelona, and I am very successful in New York on Monday. Okay? It's flat. We are all connected. It's not about countries. It's not about geopolitical scenario. It's about biosphere scenario. It's about CO2. CO2 belongs to this country or that country. CO2, the atmosphere, the Amazonia, the forest, the water belongs to which country? Now it's about this, okay? So whatever you do, you have to act global, thinking local, because this liquid is global, and nobody is off. Huh? Some people think, well, you know, I can be off this, and I don't know. We are all inside, okay? So what's very important is how we act. What is our attitude? So now it's about the students, okay? So do you know this guy? Edward, okay? Our friend Edward. So Edward Scissorhands is a positive virus. Yes? He's a virus, but a positive one, okay? The other news is that he lives in this house, and this is the very boring and terrible and commercial city. Yes? This is the system. This is IBM. This is the hackers. The hackers need the system. We need the system to change the system. But the system needs us. Okay? Remember the ladies that they were cutting their hair? Eduardo was cutting their hair. They need each other. I saw a studio today, this morning, SSH, which is acting like this to change this, okay? So this is our commercial world. Barcelona is full of this. And I saw, walking around Kuwait, also this. We have to change this. But together, working together as hackers and system. This is the Columbia University. This is Media Lab in Harvard. Harvard is terrible like this. But the Media Lab is great. This is Tim Burton, and this is Disney. Tim Burton needs Disney. Disney needs Tim Burton, okay? So the crazy guys, the creative guys, you don't stay away. We need you. All right? That's the picture. Remember this liquid. It's not about Kuwait, it's not about the Gulf country, it's about being inside this liquid and performing a positive attitude. Okay? The bad news is that Truman Show, remember the city of Truman Show? So there it was a stage, but here in Spain, this is the coast of Spain, 2 hours north from Barcelona, it's real. We built it. We built Truman Show, okay? To bring the Germans and the European tourism to come with their yachts into our Mediterranean. That's what we did. It's cool, no? Ooh. Huh? Yeah, it's cool, but it's a nightmare. Okay, this is what happens. So it's all full of channels, and I believe one architect did this job, and I'm hunting him. Maybe he hides in Kuwait. Tomorrow I'm going to check, and I'm going to do workshops here for 9 months. So I'm going to find this guy. Help me. It's recorded? Help me. Because this guy designs like this from the front, from the back, from the right, from the left, from the corner, from the front, from the back. It's one architect. Many houses, one guy. You stop the guy, we stop that. It's not the client's fault. It's not the client's fault. The same client has fiberglass boat, Miami Vice, okay? And this guy, this client, has this old house, which is 2 years old, by the way. This kind of Flintstones, Flintstone style, okay? So the stone is fake, everything is fake, but he likes the speed. The same client. Is this possible? Yeah. All right. So we, as a generation of young architects, we don't want to do elite knowledge in a very elite landscape. It's okay. It's easy. The Guggenheim was done in Bilbao, in a very polluted river, in a very difficult place in Bilbao, okay? So we want to do added value in polluted Disney Truman Show scenarios, okay? So we decided to do a house here, a pilot project in this house, in this context. It's not a dream context, it's a real context. So we started doing all these experiments with eyes. The eyes you see is exactly the volume of the house we can do, we can build. But breaking the ice, we are producing accidents. The beauty of accident, the beauty of nature. Nature is an accident. 85% of nature is an accident. It's happening, it's chaos, it's indetermination. When we look at nature, we think it's in balance. No, it's an accident. All right? That's what the biologists say. So between all these accidents, the client said, okay, you are playing this. The client, the woman, Antolina, said, this is my home. So that's the dialogue, okay? So we don't call it Villa and their surname, we call it Villa software, NURBS. Everybody who works here with 3D Max and so on, you know what a NURB is. It's the most complex geometry you can achieve in complexity. So it's about nature. We have to build nature. So it's about this idea of continuous space. We live in this liquid. If you look at the philosopher Bauman, it's all about time and liquid space. Our life is time. Therefore, we have to build continuous spaces, okay? And the good news is we have machines. This is a 3D printer to print models using stereolithography technology, okay? So this laser is printing, is building. It's building information. 1 millimeter of information on each line, polyline of the 3D, of the NURBS. But now, what is a machine, what is a little machine to print models, may be a factory very soon. Very soon this will be big, and this will be a factory of cars, houses, spaces, products, tables, objects. All right? It's so great to build. Today, to build digital information, it's cool. It's like this. It's fantastic. Easy. To build this is a house. This is Vilanurs. Okay? Complexity, the idea of resolution. What's the resolution? This is the foundations, because we are working in front of the sea, so it's all about sun. We cannot do a big platform of concrete, but rather roots, like trees. And we use parametric design. It looks complex, but it's not expensive. It's cheap, it's efficient. So we are using wood to build this complexity. These are each of the panels of wood. Okay? The software spreads and reduces the waste of wood. And more machines. And more machines. This is a machine. Here, let me kill it. This is a machine that cut all the wood one Saturday morning. Okay? Normally we do a design. Then we talk to the carpenter, and then the builder, and then the secretary, and then the assistant, and then the other, and then the collaborator, and then the drawing, and then the... Yes? This happens here too, right? In Spain it's the same. One Saturday morning, they didn't know what they were doing, and they did it. It's the scaffolding, the woodwork, the wood form for the concrete structure. Okay? One Saturday morning, fast, cheap, complex, using numbers. That's all. 1, 2, 3, 4. At the end, when they did it, they thought, well, it's big, we need a truck, we need a transportation, so they cut it with the size of the truck to build it here, okay, to move it. So fast, economical, complex. There is these moments in the office where we are happy, no? It works nice. Then we got this Japanese magazine that wanted to publish this, and we were in the site building, and it was like, you want to publish a construction site, a woodwork? Wait? No, we don't wait. And again, many emails, and we were discovering this idea of the cloud, to do the cloud on top. All right? So this is people, Howard and David, we get people, photographers, sending us clouds. So please send us clouds, okay? Clouds are amazing. Clouds are fiction and science. They are water, particles of water under suspension, and dogs, clowns, kids, things. This is the steel work, and this is the concrete. So we have created a concrete that doesn't use steel. It's a concrete that uses fiberglass mix to reduce the steel, so it's only concrete, okay? And it has a color. What about us? In the modern movement, in the moment of Le Corbusier, we divided complexity the Darwin way to understand complexity. We start doing a structure, a skin, floors, roofs. Imagine our body, legs, arms, yeah, okay. But there's a moment in architecture where everything works together, like our body. You take a little aspirin, again, particles, you take a little aspirin, and all the body changes because it's together, yes? It's not a list of organs, it's a system. It's not architecture as a product, it's a system, okay? So here you see that the water, the pipes, the electricity are embedded inside the concrete, inside one material, like our body. Okay? You follow? So it's one thing all together. You see the veins, you see the tension to fly, in order to fly, a post-tense structure. This is happening in the engineers doing bridges, but it's not happening in housing. Yes? So we need this cross-knowledge that Walid was talking about, this idea of collaboration. Get the knowledge of the engineers on bridges, to do houses the first time, okay? To fly. Now it's a little bit Batman house, kind of dark. It's very important, the idea of resolution. When you want to deal with complexity, you have to know what your resolution is. What are your pixels? So our resolution here is 15 centimeters to cut complexity into something that I can manage. Bytes. What are my bytes? Okay? To fly. This guy has a Miami Vice boat and this house. Okay? It's better now, no? Now it's more one. Yeah? He forgot the Flintstones. Yeah? So this is flying around 28 meters front, and it's back only 4 meters. Okay? It's a piece of architecture, it's a piece of structure. Okay? And the materiality is important. Yes, it's important that the concrete storage CO2, but also works with the salinity of the sea. Yes? But what about the door? How should be the door of Villeneuve's? So this is a GRC, you know very well GRC, light, dense, compact. So it looks like a heavy door, but it's very light. In the bottom, there is an hydraulic system that moves the door. Okay, you put your fingertip, and then it moves. A little bit 007, kind of fiction. We are pop. We have a pop culture. But you understand. I say 007, everybody understands. Okay, this is what's important, this empathy between us. So the door moves. But you see this one? This is a special one. The fourth one is a special one. It's translucent concrete. Okay, we have developed a pattern that uses concrete, fiber optics, concrete, fiber optics, concrete, fiber optics, concrete, fiber, concrete, fiber, concrete, fiber. So it polymerizes. Every 3 millimeters you change the material. You know the 3D effect with glasses? It polymerizes, it changes our vision, it produces this 3D. That's a new material. But we are adding to this a LED panel, okay, with an IP address like your cell phone, and you can send a message to this system. You can send a message to a concrete component. You heard about things that think, this idea, Internet of Things? Internet of Things means I'm sending messages to this bottle is sending messages to your, So things are going to start connecting and sharing information and having conversations. So that the house is going to start saying things like this. Okay? Who are you? Happy birthday. We are not at home. But this concrete talking. Okay? We must embed information and materiality together. Concrete and information. It sounds impossible. No. What about the steel? So we have to build the cloud, remember? So this is the complexity. Le Corbusier was talking about 5 elements, the sun, the wind, the shadow. Yeah, but now we can do this. Guys, they have, you have 6 terabytes. They have 100 bytes, 100 megas, 3 teras. We arrived to the moon with 1 mega. Yeah, the machine that gets there was using a mega. These guys, they have teras. They have to do 10 times the trip, minimum. Okay, so this is the complexity they can manage. They can manage this. Okay, and also the engineering. That's very important on our project, on our collaboration. Normally, we are working differently. The architect is working here and the engineers is working later in the calculation of the structure. What's important is the daily calculation of the structure, okay? We use the same 3D, the same software, we can share information, you can calculate the structure and feedback daily. You get the red colors, bad. That's all. Red colors, bad. Taka, taka, taka. So the structure is in the design, not output. It's an input. Let me tell you a little story here of history, because we have some of the people who created SSH. So we were talking about history. 1921. This image is from 1921, okay? In this moment, people could dream and could have their own bike. This guy had his bike. designed by him, built by him, moved by him. Okay? Now we have, remember the Truman Show? We have 10 design bikes in Europe. Everybody wears the same bike. It's this commercial marketing pressure on us. We are not designing our bikes. We are not designing our cars. Yeah? But that's what we were doing. What about 1940? 2 women could lift a car. I try with yours today. Yeah? This is Marie and Teresa. Between you and me, okay, let's do it. This is when aluminium arrived to the car. They could lift a car, 1940. Try to lift your car. Are we losing or are we winning knowledge? Are we better than in the 40s or worse? I think we're going backwards. What about the engineers? They didn't know if they were doing a plane or a train. They didn't know. That's clear. But they knew it was about performance. It was about speed. Number one, speed. Maybe it's a train. Okay? We don't talk about performance. I'm designing a chair. No, I'm designing lightness. I'm designing a house. No, you are designing photosynthesis. Let's talk about performance first. Okay? The idea of a scale. You have here a lot of students from the school. When your teachers say, this idea is too big, remember? Remember this was last Thursday? No? They told you that, no? Yes or no? There is 3 saying yes. Imagine 3, eh? 3 of 100. Show them this image. There was a moment in 1935 we were building factories of Zeppelins. I think that's a big business, no? Okay, the Zeppelin is ready. Let's get it out. Imagine the door. You guys remember the door? Okay, move the Zeppelin out. This today means factories to do buildings. I need to do a tower there. Okay, I go, I do the factory, I do the building. I open the factory, the building is out. That's what it means today. Yes? So what is the cloud of this Villeneuve? What is this structure, this steel? What is it? There's these moments of beauty in the office that we are, so nice, so nice. And this is a pool. We have a pool inside, and we are doing this curved glass inside. 1 glass, 1 mold, 1 glass, 1 mold. And these are these moments of beauty. Beauty is a bit dangerous, puts everybody a bit sleepy. Yes, we need tension in the office. You agree? We need tension. A good idea to bring tension is to work with artists. They bring their ego inside the office, and it's a mess. So we work with artists. This is Vicky Colombet, and she said, are you sure you want me to change the glass wall? Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. Because architecture is the ultimate platform of culture. We are the platform of contemporary culture. I explain you a short story. Niemeyer opens his building in Ibirapuera in Brazil, in Sao Paulo, and he works with an artist called Tomio Otake. She's a woman. The day of the opening, the woman comes inside with the friends of Tomi, the friends of the artist, and she looks at the work, and all their friends said, you are the best. The art is better than the building. Bravo. Okay? The day of the opening. On the other door, the friends of Oscar move in, and Oscar looks, okay, and the friend said, you use artists so well. Top. Architecture much better. Excuse me? It's a win-win story. You know, buildings cannot be changed, cannot be touched, cannot be added value, cannot have art over them. You heard this story? In contracts of architects, don't touch it, don't screw, don't move my walls. Or another way, be in the platform of art. Let yourself touch, let yourself intervene, let yourself be active. Don't be scared, all right? It's about being generous. That's also in our culture. That's very Granada. It's the idea of being generous, open, okay? So Vicky is a mess. She's a mess. And she creates these particles and this idea of particles, and she creates landscapes. And now we are working on how these landscapes are applied to the glass. This is the house. The pool is in the center, and the light goes through the pool inside these two rooms. We have the Korean skin here. This is the Korean skin here. And inside, these are the ETFE cushions, very light, a very light aluminum structure. Also the curved glass, the pool, the glass, these cushions. And facing south, we have a ceramic skin. Okay? This is south, this is north. I was telling you about having a little space lab inside your firm. We were talking about this, the design club. I have these young architects in my office that they do this. We are thinking of how the glass will be in this space. They go there in one day, they do it with plastic like this, quick, action. Architecture is about action, out of the computer, activism, making. Just do it, just do it, just do it, just do it. Making, 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 okay? It works, when work arrives, it has to catch you working. Making, the attitude of making is very important. I didn't ask for making, I do it, done, okay? So this is my little lab. You see there are no columns, the structure floats. This is the house. We are using this system that light comes in and out. It's natural, it's open, it's closed, opens and close. It's a system, it's a performative architecture. Very important in this scenario of digital architecture, we have to break what is software and what is hardware. Okay? We have to have a decision there. So in this house, we are putting all the hardware here. This is the furniture with all the hardware, the computers, the machines for the pool, the air conditioning, the vacuum cleaner, everything. And in the house, there is only soft. Technology is about getting ubiquitous. Technology is not present. All of this is not present. Okay? There's no noise. Inside this house, I open the bridge, I don't hear that producing the cold. That machine is 25 meters away. Okay? The vacuum cleaning, that machine is 35 meters away. All right? Hardware, software. The neighbors are a bit scary, you can tell, and there is two groups now. The groups saying it's landing, and the group saying it's taking off. Two groups, okay? But the truth, and this is supporting us, is that demolition is starting to happen in some of the places of the neighbors. Seriously. I'm not here to do jokes. Seriously, okay? So this seed of change is happening. People look at this, and the kids don't say, it's the future. No, they don't say it's the future. They say, oh, it's today. Yeah, I dream about this. Yeah, I know this. That's what the kids say. And the parents, they say, I didn't know this was possible. I didn't know this was today. Okay, so if this is today, okay. How quick you decide to upload your apps in 2 minutes. You want the future, you want the present, you want the next in 2 minutes. Yes, when you change your car, you want all the apps, you want all the suppliers, all the technology, all the ABS. You don't say, why my car has 18 computers? No, you want it quick. That's why it's successful, because people want it quick. Okay, so that's happening, and we are very happy to perform this house. It's happening. We are designing the clothes, the fabric, the textile of the fabric that wraps the house. For instance, the glass. The glass is very difficult to do flat glass. You know, a glass goes into the oven, it's a liquid, and could stay curved. That's the performance of glass, being curved. Today in the hotel you have also this curved glass. So just let it be what it is, curved glass, okay? So curved glass, one mold, one glass, one piece. Again, this is a moment of beauty. You need an artist, quick, get an artist. The artist comes, this is Frédéric Amat. I invite him to do the ceramic work. Here he is. He works about black, black over black. So we designed these leaves. The ceramic is about having leaves wrapping the house. They are black because the heat over black produces a very interesting vertical chamber of air moving through. It's a chimney effect that breathes. You see, it's parametric design. They're all the same, but all different. And before that, I was telling you about action, making. So before we start building the ceramic, this is a very interesting experiment that I propose you should all be doing, which is, I have the 3D of the house is in the computer, and the 3D of the house it's being built outside, yes? So I put a camera inside the computer in a XYZ position, and I put a projector in the site in a XYZ position. I render here, and that render is projected over itself with the projector. Yeah? If everybody follows this university, bravo. This university is amazing. Okay. Everybody follows? Okay. Rendering and projecting itself over itself. If this is digitally printed, digitally fabricated, I can have an image of itself over itself. Yes? So that's what we do. The clients are here and we are projecting over them, not an image, a 3D render. Yes? So we are changing, no, the window, and then Antolina, no, the window all the way to here. I like it here. Okay, one moment. Oh, yeah, good. There, here, yes. No, there. So interaction, okay, language, to do less mistakes. This is one night. What's the cost of this? Renting a projector, that's all, you know. We work, we have computers, we have the knowledge. Kill it. Halas. Hold that for you, eh? Okay, what about the ceramic? Here I'm going to share another knowledge innovation. A ceramist works with the idea of molds. Enric, how many molds I have to do to produce your work? Don't answer. You get the molds, don't worry. Okay, how many pieces? Yeah, we will pay you how many pieces, how many materials, how many time, your profit, all good. But we produce your problem. Yeah, my problem is the molds. I don't know how to do your molds. Okay, we do the molds. Okay? So we have produced the molds using digital technologies, robots, and we are sending the robots to them. And they think, well, the molds, they look the same. Oh, they're very and they are happy. It works very well with a strong precision over them. They're very efficient. Every ceramic is different, but they're all the same. All the same or different. All the same, all different. Okay? So then the artist arrives and he puts this esmal, his art, over the ceramic, and he paints, he creates these landscapes of beauty, these accidents. So it's a ceramic skin. We call it ceramic skin. Everybody uses this word, probably you in the school. I am doing a ceramic skin. Yes? Well, no? No, okay. I'm doing a glass skin. No? Yes, glass skin, yes. So, but how is your skin? In the glass skin I see outside, there is the skin and there is a structure and everything is a screw, right? That's a curtain wall. That's a glass skin. But our skin is not screw. Okay? Our skin moves differently from our bones. It's a wrapping system. It works in traction. It works in tension. So we are doing a system using cables. They are not screw. They are not fixed to the structure. Okay? They wrap the system. So the house moves and the ceramic moves with the heat. No screws. And this is the monster we are creating with this artist, okay? That's the south skin, all ceramic, really hot, chimney all the way up. And this is the relationship between the ceramic and the glass. Yeah? So art being a platform. Frederic, are you sure, Enric, you want me to do this? Yes, we are sure. Make it, make it. Just do it. Do it. We can even control the way rain drops into the ceramic. Yes? We work with Maya software and we can tell how is this rain performing. What's happening? Particles. Rain is about water using particles, right? So what about the north elevation? So here we are we're using Korean. Korean, again, all the same, all different. Parametric design. They look the same, but they aren't. They aren't. Like us. We look the same, but we aren't. We aren't the same. Music. Music by Ryoji Ikeda. So machines are here to help us. You see, he's putting a pen over the robot to draw. A robot drawing. Interesting, no? Okay, I'm sure now it works. Now he's sure. Yeah, it's draw. Okay, do it. No, it's in a digital factory carpenter. Small lab. 3 machines. Okay? Yes, making. Where is the making team? Okay? Okay, yes or no? You don't want these machines in your university or what? It's the moment, You're losing the timing. After emails, you know, it's very easy to do this, okay? To do this. All these machines to produce a piece of 6 millimeters of Korean translucent. It's a material 80% epoxy, plastic recycled oil, and 20% of marble, recycled dust of marble. Okay, you get the marble performance, and you get the plastic. You get the organic shape and the marble resistance against. But it is very light. It's very cheap. it's very effective, it's very performative, and it's quick, all right? To build a cloud, okay? We are doing a cloud, remember? So again, also using cables, structure, skin, to be translucent. Whatever it takes to be a cloud. Okay, this is a pilot project. Still under construction. We have created over 6 patents. These patents in the market are about $3 million each patent. The house is 2 million euros because the land is 2 million euros. The site tells you your limits of economy, all right? Just to be more, the Japanese architect Kengo Kuma, he arrives to Barcelona. He has a lecture in 4 hours. When is the lecture? At 7. What's the time? 3. Bring me to Villanueva. This is what happens, okay? Or I get phone calls. I'm jumping over the fence. Who are you? I am Oriol Boigas, but you are 72. Yeah, I know. But what are you doing, Oriol? Boom, boom, boom. We just arrived from Columbia University and we have a scholarship to be 6 months here on the site with you and, excuse me? Okay. What's happening? Okay, an email, I have to stay confidential, so an email, we need 6 of these prototypes in my private beach. Okay, so we are not crazy, yeah? But the world is watching us, yeah, it's watching us, okay, remember the kids watching. What's important, and that's another tip, is that you must have feedback not at the end of the process. That is an applause, that's too late. You need feedback during the process. We need to do these workshops and get feedback. So this very brave, and this is very important for the old people that have a lot of knowledge. He is Paul Virilio. He lives in Paris. Okay, he's a philosopher. He's one of the last French philosophers still alive. We said, well, let's get close to Virilio and let's show him this, what we are doing. So we were there, and after eating a lot of oysters, he said, I'm interested. And he said, this is a digital banker. And we know his thesis about bankers. So, okay. We said, well, let's fly back to Barcelona. We have enough, no? Digital banker. Well, that's beautiful. Virilio said, digital banker. Halas. He said, where are you going? Tomorrow, next meeting. Okay. Next meeting. And he said, I'm going to do an essay. Imagine Mr. Virilio doing an essay of a house in Truman Show. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. All right? So get the feedback early, because that retrofits the thinking. Okay? Feedback also means we get landscape design for free in internet. They send us landscape designs for Villanueva. It's like, okay, thank you. Where is this from? Mexico. I like it. Okay? That's also this idea of sharing, collaboration. Things happen uncontrolled as well. Can I do some photos with my artist team? Okay, send us the photos. Boom, you get this. Okay. This is not the future. Remember, this is not the future. But what's very important, and this is the end of this first project, it's very important that you all know Gaudí, you all know Barcelona, you all know these balconies here, but what you don't know is that you are looking at 2 artists. You are looking at Gaudí, but you are looking also at Jujol. Jujol did all the ceramic work here, and Gaudí was doing the roof and the balconies. It's a retrofitting project of an existing housing. 2 people working together, okay? Can we have the lights on? Now is when I kill the second student. I'm going to ask for, I got this wallet. This is to celebrate Barça Qatar, 4-0. It's okay. No, Qatar. No, Barça Qatar, they lost the... Qatar, no? Of course. But are you responsible? Okay. I don't know, they have to turn it? Oh, my friend. Good job. Oh, yeah. We need each other.
Teamwork.
So, you should get this photo of these guys. I lost 2 contracts, but it doesn't matter. Come. No, this way. Here. So imagine Gaudí and Jujol saying to a real estate people, this is our Champs-Élysées. This street is Champs-Élysées in Barcelona, okay? It's Paseo de Gracia. It's the most expensive place. And 2 architects saying, it's a confetti party, the balconies are masked, and I do the confetti, okay? All right, so project 2. This one is less education. Okay, this was education, attitude, and a lot of tips for free to you. And I am teaching it at the EA, and these people are paying $48,000 to talk to me and be with me and listen to me, okay? In the morning. In the afternoon, we put all our knowledge in internet with the students for free. What are we doing? And I don't receive phone calls from the parents, what are you doing? No. That's what we need to do. Lead by sharing. Lead responsible. Okay? They pay us, but we share it. In Yale, they're doing the same. In the morning, $18,000 to be on that lecture. In the afternoon, for free in internet. Everybody sees. That's the sharing. I work with a cook who doesn't hide the recipes. Ferran Adrià doesn't hide the recipes. He published the recipes. Okay? We are moving from an innovation paradigm where we hide information and innovation, and now we share innovation. That's how we lead. It's called open innovation. That's new for the last 3 years. Open innovation, leading by publishing, leading by sharing. Okay? So I gave you all these tips, and I will be back to see what's happening. If you're making, okay? Just do it. You want the machines or no? We got 3 yes, 1 no. Okay, good. You have paper? You have paper or no? You have my notes? Okay. Okay, now more about business, about engineering and architecture and city making. This is the Media ICT building I want to show you. It's in Barcelona. This is the panel of the competition. Maybe we won this competition. It was an international competition, 80 people presenting projects. We were the most expensive people, the youngest office, but the more performative proposal. Okay? So in this case, experience is not a value. Commitment is a value. Okay? You have no experience doing patents, right? I don't either, but I do them. Okay? So it's the commitment that Walid was talking about also. So this is the reality of Barcelona, and here is the same. I wish I had some material of you, but this is the same scenario. This is the new development of Barcelona, 22 Arroba district, okay? You've been there, and you are all welcome. It's a very successful scenario. It's been built only in 10 years. It's all about media. This is a This is a software company, Indra. This is a German company, no, here in the back, a German company, Test Systems. This is a publisher. This is a university campus. This is a contemporary art museum. This is Media Pro, is all the TV of Europe running